Salut YouTube. On va sauver l'enfant roi. Peut-être. Mais normalement c'est le plan. La santé ça? Non, plombe de givre. C'est rose, c'est pas rouge. Code couleur de la santé, c'est rouge. Comme, pas ça du tout. Il y a des bestioles chiantes là. Oh. Furtif. La furtivité. Oh, le feu de camp. Il est plus loin. Ah, le problème, c'est que j'avais pas de... J'ai pas fait de... Ah. Pas de feu de camp plus près, quoi. Faut marcher un peu. Hein. Ça va dégénérer? Quoi qui va dégénérer? Oh non! Oh, je l'avais pas vu. Je suis pas là, gros. Je suis pas là. Oh non, non, j'ai pas envie. Hein. Je suis pas là. Oh, la grosse bébête. Oh, la sale bête. Oh non, mais ils sont chiants en plus. Ils sortent de n'importe où. Je suis pas là. Tue-moi, tue-moi, tue-moi qu'on en finisse. On va déclencher la cinématique avec un peu de chance. Tout ira bien. Au secours. C'est bon. On a hacké le jeu, il nous suit plus. C'est en haut, vraiment? Ah oui, mais c'est par là. Putain, ça dégoûte quoi. Ça nous a ruiné notre vie. On était bien et on n'est plus bien. Yo les petits enfants. J'ai l'impression que ça a dégénéré, il a l'air blessé. Masse de potions de santé, c'est bien ça. J'aime. Ok. Bon, qu'est-ce qui se passe, Jean-Michel?
You're three-toe Wadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Vanasha?
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful pots.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Idaman, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
Something attacked you from underground.
C'est ce qui vient de
Oh, you
m'attaquer
picked
là.
that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Kaja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
Bon bah on va la battre hein.
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Idaman. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere. A little
J'ai
less
déjà
at
battu
the rear.
3 en fait.
And when it goes
Donc
underground,
laisse-moi tranquille.
we'll lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
Très sympa ce type. J'espère qu'il m'invitera à son mariage. Là-bas? J'aimerais rester un peu en hauteur. Ici où je suis. Oh, fais chier. Bon. Ça va être chiant. Ok, pas mal ça.
Makes this a little easier.
On va lui extraire les patounettes. Vraiment la pire, hein. Arrête de faire cette attaque peut-être. L'enfer de cette bestiole. C'est déjà de la merde avant, c'est toujours de la merde. Hein. Bien, des fois ça m'aide pas. Arrête. Putain, je suis une merde, je suis pas visé. On va décider de refaire cette attaque nulle. On va lui faire tomber son armure petit à petit. Hein. C'est pas mal ça. Bien. Pas mal ça. Oh les cailloux là, calme-toi. T'es morte, ouais. Easy. J'ai jamais douté. Jamais douté.
Forget about traveling light.
On va se séparer de quelques modificateurs verts. Voilà. Parfait. De la lentille, un coque d'écho, on n'a pas besoin. Pas de potion sur toi? Quel dommage, la potion. Ça me gratte l'œil. Ok. Ça me gratte l'œil, mais j'ai des lunettes, du coup je peux pas me gratter l'œil. sais pas si vous vous rendez compte. Je pense que c'est horrible. Et retournons voir Michel. Wesh! Les fumées.
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock jewel would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
Pas Vanasha, ça.
Ah, little huntress.
Si.
Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before you're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection.
Embuscade à plein nez. Ça sent.
Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carter, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Idaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
Ok. Placer des pièges. J'ai envie de placer des pièges. Vous voulez, hein.
Some traps would be nice.
J'ai des pièges de partout, de toute façon j'en ai plein.
Time to prepare.
Je posais que ça, partout. Il y a un peu de minerai là. Ça va être sur un décompte de toute façon, en fonction de quand ils vont arriver.
Take cover up there, behind that rock.
Ça arrive. Rejoindre une position en hauteur. Il y a une position en hauteur, ça.
Here they are. Let's make it hurt, shall we?
J'ai plus beaucoup de cordes. Aïe. Je crois qu'ils ont vu qu'il y avait des pièges.
Well, that was entertaining, but I suspect we're not done.
Et les
More of the
machines.
bastards, get ready.
Ah yes. Il y a 2 veilleurs et un mec. Ça va aller, hein.
They're still looking.
One shot.
Well now, seems
Okay.
I worked up a bit of a sweat.
C'est tout? Un peu décevant ce qui se passe. Oh, il y a un autre truc là que je peux fouiller. C'était le même en fait. Je de récupérer mes pièges, non? C'est où? Pas fini.
I don't wanna jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Ah.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
Oh non! Pas Jean-Michel!
Bad day for one of us.
Il y a de nouvelles attaques, gros. Arrête. Il y a de nouvelles personnes aussi. Hein. Aïe. Vite, soigne-toi. En supplie, soigne-toi. Vite, ramasse. Oh l'enfer. Pas mal. Ok. Ah, ça j'aime bien ça. Des attaques qui enlèvent les 3/4 de la vie sans rien demander, ça c'est cool je trouve. Bien vu ça. Arrête. Ok. Pourquoi y a rien qui te touche? Arrête. T-Rex il est chiant. Il est toujours chiant. Il est pas mal. Pas mal du tout. Quoi? Qu'est-ce qui me touche? Ah mais il y a bien d'autres mecs hein. C'est bien ça. C'est bien ça l'astuce. Prends les potions de soins là. Je peux mourir. Enfin. Toujours plus de boîtes à trésors qu'on n'ouvrira pas. On le rappelle. Ça rappelle toutes les heures, ça fait plaisir. Alors ça on veut, ça on veut, ça on veut, ça on veut. Ça on
Not
veut.
bad.
Ça on veut. Ça on veut, une boîte de trésors. Elle. Le reste on veut pas trop hein. Le reste on s'en fout hein. Bon bah voilà, hein. On a oblitéré tout le monde. Intérêt de cette barrer le roi. Ok. Allons voir s'ils se sont vraiment barrés.
Never know when I might need these.
L'amulette, ça fait plaisir. La petite amumu. Là. Let's go. Faut se barrer ça, vous êtes en train d'attendre je sais pas quoi. Barrez-vous. Faites un effort.
Not exactly a royal bar.
J'étais plus là.
Oh well,
Tant pis.
specters can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we? You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
Sympa cette petite quête. Secondaire.
Edaman, my brother, welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, the law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
On va se revoir. On suis aidé. Une quête de plus de Fignolet. Point de compétence, plein d'XP, la vie est belle, la vie est folle. Donne un autre point de compétence du coup à cause de la XP. C'est quoi cette ville? Ah, on est là, d'accord. Je vois où on est. Dans cette ville de mort. On avait fait plein de 2-3 quêtes secondaires là déjà. Ok. Faut qu'on dépense nos points de comp. On va finir cet arbre là avant d'attaquer le dernier là. Ouais, ça me paraît bien. Ouais. Ça me paraît bien, ouais. Ok, bah, ok. Pas de quête. Juste me TP à Méridian vite fait, juste pour voir si ça fait popper les quêtes ou pas. Pour parler à Tanasha et tout. Et juste, on va les voir plus loin. Sinon, bah, on continue la quête principale. Bien sûr, on va descendre dans la fosse. Élevé. Ok. Il n'y a pas de nouvelle quête, y'a rien. Bon, écoutez, allons descendre dans la fosse. Quête principale. Quête principale. Plutôt cool, Crocoline. Plutôt cool. Ah, c'est bon, on avance dans le jeu, je pense. Bon, aujourd'hui, on va certainement pas le finir, mais je pense dimanche prochain, on le finit. On finit au moins le jeu de base. À mon avis. Là, il doit rester encore quelques quêtes quand même. Ok. Let's continue ado. Je check les quêtes quand même, on sait jamais. Non, il n'y a plus rien à faire. Ok. On va voir ce qui se passe. Dans la fosse. Ah, du coup, il n'y a plus de roi ni rien là. C'est énorme.
Behave yourself, girl. The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Ouais. Je vais me laisser tomber, ouais.
Can't even keep our Sun King safe. How do we expect to win a war?
Mais ils sont sérieux? On part là? Non, il veut que je saute là? Il veut que je saute où? Ah non, mais là-bas, il y a des trucs pour descendre. Non, il veut que je monte ou que je descende là-bas? Oh, je sais plus. Oh, je sais plus. Cette balustrade là, peut-être? Au secours. Ah, par là, j'avais pas vu. Ok. C'est bon, j'ai. Le jeu me ment. Ouais.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first.
C'est la fin du jeu.
Peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Pas trop. On va voir.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan.
Je suis Jean-Michel.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Un peu chiant ça, Hélène, ça. Ça me donne des ordres. Possible, ça. Descendre, c'est si malin. Blablabla. Ok. Quels éléments de l'or va-t-on avoir ici?
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Ok.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
C'est donc ici.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Let's checking. Nouvel incident. Pendant que Zero est un projet extrêmement complexe, en tant que personnel, ouais, on s'en fout. La vie du petit personnel, c'est cool, mais on veut des réponses. Nous demandons des réponses. Aïe, je suis bloqué dans un pic. Les champis. La porte.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Petite salle.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
D'accord. Beaucoup de messages. Hein. Yes. Éclairage, ivre-lymphe, on s'en fout. Le fil, il nous le faut. Pas beaucoup de fils électriques. Il n'y a plus beaucoup. Ça me désole. On a dû en acheter chez le marchand. Ok. Ouvrons la porte.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh. What's happening?
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
C'est plus clair.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
C'est un peu plus clair.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Alors, pas une arme, mais bon, un espoir de renouveau. Donc, qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde? C'était quoi son plan? Elisabeth, dis-moi ton plan.
They got in through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Ah mais trop bien, on peut se cacher et tout. Ouais, c'est possible. Oh. Il m'a vu Michel, non? Je vois plus Michel. Entretien.
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Is that?
Would you like to take a moment?
No. Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all.
Close to the tribal primitives help now.
Really sell a concept and
What did they
the labs in the light of creation. That first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Je crois que ça leur a fait péter un câble. Tom Pitch.
Is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them? Not just people, all organic matter. Every living thing dissolves into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
Il y a beaucoup de trucs à fouiller.
Yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Ah bah je comprends hein. Il a défoncé l'humanité.
Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Okay. Le texte.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
On apprend un peu de lore, quoi. C'est pas mal. Entretien.
Let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not
Ouais,
gonna
quoi.
fly. I mean, literally. Remember the
On n'ouvre pas les boîtes. On est proche des révélations. On sait à peu près ce qu'est Zero Dawn.
Real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship?
On est à l'endroit où ils ont fait le projet.
Clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how
Ah, génial, j'étais pas là. T'as loupé la cinématique.
whole generation ship concept is not
Je
gonna
le saurais pas, mais on sait pas encore exactement ce que c'est Zero Dawn.
For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock.
En
No
gros,
one's getting off.
Medical.
en gros, ils ont fait croire que Zero Dawn c'était une arme pour que les gens continuent à se battre, pour que les gens se battent contre les robots le temps de construire la soi-disant arme. Mais en fait, Zero Dawn c'est pas une arme. Ils disent que c'est un espoir de renouveau parce que la guerre contre les robots est perdue. Et donc le but, ça serait justement d'éviter qu'ils détruisent toute la biomasse pour pouvoir être capable de reconstruire derrière. Et on n'en sait pas plus. Et en fait, c'est un doigt dans le fion. Alors pas tout à fait, mais un petit peu. On va découvrir ce que c'est exactement.
Want to discuss?
Oof. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter?
Et de l'autre côté, c'est là où il y a le dernier truc.
Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag.
On approche de la fin du jeu en fait, j'ai l'impression. Mais ça veut dire que ce soit ici parce que c'est plutôt court du coup.
Priority snatch and grab.
C'est ça. Bon, il y a encore des trucs après, je pense. Et là, on va prendre un truc gros en tout cas. Ouais, il me saoule lui avec son dialogue, il apprend rien.
I'm clearing you to proceed. Just
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
to be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Ils sont tous en train de péter un câble là. Ils sont censés nous aider. Il y a un truc audio là.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family, they have joined Operation.
Ils s'inquiètent tous parce que voilà, ils apprennent la vérité, ils pètent un câble. Normal.
We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Ok, on peut avancer.
CDO2 data intact.
Ok, j'ai que ça.
Initiating playback.
Deuxième cinématique.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
D'accord.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes.
Ok.
By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life.
D'accord.
For us.
Et Hades, à quel moment il a foiré alors? Exactement,
Why
voilà.
Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Ok. C'est vraiment la zone des réponses. C'est ça. Allez faire votre choix. Imposition d'informations relatives à la véritable zéro d'armes, ok. Détention et tout, participation. Pas de soucis. Le texte ou...
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what I, the damaged,
Elle est où la batterie à votre avis?
I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be
Rédemption.
atonement.
Énorme. Suzanne.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no.
Il parle du projet.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Alert.
Security,
Medical
for your protection.
inaccessible.
Would you like to discuss how you're
Énorme.
feeling?
J'apprécie les logs audio, j'adore. Il y en a beaucoup trop en fait pour justifier un peu trop de l'or. Mais bon, c'est ok, c'est ok.
Flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous...
Oh, la dernière batterie. Ah non, c'est des menottes.
kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus.
Yes.
I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here.
Ok, toujours pas de batterie. Peut-être pas, la batterie est peut-être pas là. Hein. Peut-être qu'il n'y a plus de batterie. Hein. Peut-être c'est mort. Hein. C'est le coup dur, hein, mais c'est le coup dur.
Need them soon enough.
Ok. Prochaine porte.
Intruder! Get her! To me!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Mec, il est devant. Pourquoi ça loupe? Ok. Je sais faire. Hein. Moi aussi, je sais faire du bruit. Hein.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Je peux faire du bruit, hein. Bon. Oh, les gars de Joe, là. Ok. Ta 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 la. Toujours plus de log audio. Let's go.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Soubey? Christina Soubey?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the new materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both
Je check s'il n'y a pas une batterie quelque part.
and yet I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history.
Oui, bien sûr. Sauvons l'art. Sauvons l'art.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day,
On ouvre la
I
porte.
enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down
Ravi
the
State,
checklist
il a l'air un
after
peu
all.
bizarre, là.
Couldn't expect you to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit.
Here we go.
She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Now your day was a little sweet pea. Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
C'est vraiment un connard, là.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me.
Tout est à l'envers.
Parker out.
Ah, attendez.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up
Ah,
Brett's
là, à
messes.
l'envers,
If you
ok.
want it fixed, send him up to storage for a
Regarde,
new
on va
emitter,
déjà à
not me.
gauche.
Parker out.
Oh. Gauche, bas, droite. Ok.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Porte là-bas. Très très bien. Ça avance, hein, ça avance cette histoire. Bon. On va se faire un pur cliffhanger YouTube. Des bisous. On verra ça dans la prochaine VOD, à la suite. On trouve, si on trouve des trucs, peut-être.